We're gonna go drink at home and talk about the Rickshaw Run. Time for beer. My favorite.
Okay.
Yep. That was Bert.
Probably shouldn't come off as an alcoholic.
Hi, I'm Scott Shower and I'm an alcoholic.
Not the way to start it.
Why not? Let's be real.
But what if they're like, oh, we don't want to follow this alcoholic across India?
Well, I'm not gonna be able to just like drink heavy liquor in a rickshaw driving across the country.
But an alcoholic would.
Well, I'm not like that much of an alcoholic. Like I'm not
an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Scott Shower and I'm not an alcoholic.
Should there be a teddy bear in the background?
Why?
Another race.
Is there a teddy bear? Yeah. Let's cuddle with the teddy bear. Oh, so cute. Get that teddy bear out of here.
Okay.
Who am I? I'm just me. I'm some guy. I like adventure and traveling and exploring and doing crazy stuff all the time, and who knows? I don't like to think things through ever. I get anxiety a lot of times.
Where do you live?
I live in the state of Texas in the Americas, the northern ones.
How long have you been here?
I lived in Texas 3 years, and before that I was from Maryland, lived in Virginia for a little bit.
What made you move around so much?
Jobs, silly jobs.
Who is your teammate that you're doing this with?
My teammate is Austin L something. Austin L something. I don't know. I mean, I'm friends with him like on Instagram, but I've never met him. He's a friend of a friend, and now it's just him and I going. Originally, me and my friend, and then him were all going. But he lives in Washington, D.C. I live in Texas, where I met my friend who went. So I don't actually know this guy, Austin.
So how did you guys end up going on the trip together?
We ended up going on the trip together because, well, Will heard about the trip from this guy, Austin, that's my partner. And then Will came to me, he was like, dude, do you want to do this? I was like, yes, absolutely. This is what I live for. And then it wasn't even like an option, really. So I didn't even know people did things like this, like you could actually do this. And then so that was the start of it. We all, threw our money in and signed up for our ticket. And yeah, so that's how.
And then why is Will not going with you now?
And Will's not going now. Will broke his neck. Seriously, at a trampoline park.
But he's okay.
He's okay. Yeah, he's recovered now. But the doctors were just like, dude, you are not riding a rickshaw across India with a broken neck. A recovering broken neck. It is okay now. He fractured like the C7 vertebrae trying to do a backflip on a trampoline. I say trying because, it wasn't necessarily successful a flip. He started going and then like opened up wide open and it was like, ah! And then he just fell on his neck. And I watched the whole thing and like, he got up like it was fine and like walked around, whatever, but it was good. Anyway, yeah, so Will is like, I can't do this. Doctors are pretty much like, you can't ride across India. So now I'm going with Austin.
But you and Austin are gonna keep Will.
Yeah, in the loop, updated. Yeah. So, sorry, Will.
Why are your teammates good or bad company for this adventure?
My teammate's good or bad company? I don't know. Hopefully he's good company. Never met the guy. I mean, he seems like a pretty interesting person, so I really think that'll help. He said he's seen like 39 countries or something, so he for sure has traveled more than I have. I've probably only seen like 10 or something like that. So that'll be that'll be cool to share stories like that. He seems pretty adventurous. He told me he was like held at gunpoint, like being kidnapped from some Nigerian mafia or Nicaraguan mafia or something crazy like that. So I'm excited. And I mean, the thing we talked about today, he like asked me out of nowhere, he's like, is your girlfriend happy you're going or excited? And I was like, yeah, not really. And he's like, nah, man, me either. You know, so we'll chat about that.
Seems like a 3-week trip across India is a pretty good way to get to know somebody.
Yeah. I mean, after this trip, we're either going to hate each other or like be best friends for the rest of our lives. Hopefully the latter.
What do you think he's saying about you right now?
What do I think? Oh, I mean, hopefully good things. I mean, I think I'm pretty cool. I don't know, like, I feel like I'm on top of my stuff. Like, I mean, we kind of like both have to do things, like during the planning of all of this, we have to try to plan it back and forth. So I'm hoping he's like, got a good planner, he has everything planned. Until he realizes I don't know, hopefully the hotel I booked is good, until he's like, got skimped out on the hotel and now we're in like some hostel with 40 different gay male strippers like sitting there cuddling with us. No, I didn't book that, but I don't know what he actually would be saying about me.
Why did you decide to do the rickshaw run?
I mean, it seems pretty normal, right? It seems like a normal thing to do.
It's not a normal thing to do.
I don't know. I mean, it's like taking a road trip, except you do it in a unreliable vehicle. It's really...
Why does being in an unreliable vehicle not alarm you?
You know, it really should. Imagine like if you drive to California from here, you hit a span of just straight up nothing for a long period of time, and that's what I'm thinking of now. And like, if you broke down in that area, like that would suck. So it should probably be alarming, but for some reason I just have extreme confidence in myself in this, and just like getting things done, and like not like freaking out if something happens, and just like being able to just be like, oh shit, you know, let's fucking, I don't know, let's walk to the next gas station or something until we find someone. Like, yeah. What was the question again?
Why the rickshaw run?
Why the rickshaw run? The rickshaw run. I don't know. I mean, Will showed it to me and it was just like a yes, this is the stuff I live for. You know.
So why the rickshaw run? Your answer is just yes.
Just yes. Yeah.
Good enough. What sets you and Austin apart from the other teams on the run?
I mean, I would assume the fact that we don't know each other, like just from watching all the videos and stuff online, people seem like they're friends or they know each other, and they have a theme, like there are two nurses that work together, or, you know, or they're best friends from college or whatever. And this is some random dude I don't actually know. I mean, he is a friend of a friend, but he lives in DC and we live here in Texas. So I think just the fact that we don't know each other and we have to go through the part that we don't know how each other are going to react to certain events. Like, we can't predict what could happen. We can't just like fart around. I wanted to say the F word, but I feel like
You've already said the F word.
How I said fuck. Yeah, we can't just like, we won't just like fuck around like best friends do, you know, in the beginning or when we're there. Like, we'll be nervous of what we say to the other person, you know. So I think that'll be a different dynamic, like two kind of timid people in a way. Maybe you're not gonna be timid. No, I do have faith that Austin and I will get along, but shit, what if we don't? Like, yeah, that would be real interesting. What if we don't get along? If he's like a really big egotistical kind of guy, those are the type of people I don't get along with. If he's like, woe is me, Is that your word? I don't get those. That is the one and only type of person. So that would be trouble. But yeah.
Both of you guys are into the photography.
Yeah. Yeah, we both are really into photography. We both actually have the same exact camera, like literally Nikon D5500. So that was just kind of cool. Like, you know, camera world, there's like oh, you shoot Canon? Screw you, man. It's like a thing. So we both shoot Nikon, and that'll be a really cool thing to have.
You guys are the Nikon team.
Yeah, we'll be the Nikon team. And he has a prime lens. Like I see him from what he talks about. He is more advanced. He's been doing photography longer than I have. So I mean,
you're in a few clubs here in San Antonio, right?
Yeah, I'm in a few clubs here. Like it's a new hobby for me, and I'm learning. But I do a lot of landscape photography. But Austin does awesome stuff too. So I'm excited to learn from him and just kind of have that dynamic of the trip to talk photography.
And also be able to handle the camera gear.
Yeah, and I mean, we want to do this. We want to film and be filmed during it. I shoot video with my camera, and it just is going to be awesome that we both have really high quality videos.
What have you done like this?
What have I done like this? Geez, nothing like this. I mean, I've always been adventurous. Always in outdoors kind of thing. The closest thing, I mean, I drove across the United States, you know, and I've just driven long periods of time. That's the closest to it. Oh, and scooters. I mean, I've ridden scooters for days on end, which is just, I mean, extremely uncomfortable riding for days on end. When I was back in the scooter days.
You didn't just ride scooters.
Yeah, I mean, I tricked them out and met up at meets and stuff. Drag raced them and that whole stuff. So I mean, I think a combination of that and that is similar, but nothing to this extreme. I've done a ton of stuff. Like I'll show you a bunch of videos. Just like to do crazy stuff. I rode BMX riding for a while, skateboarding, harvesting.
Harvesting.
Oh yeah, I've never harvested. That's not anything I've done. That'd be like the opposite of what I've done. I've never farmed.
What did you tell me was going to be one of the first things you were going to do in the rickshaw?
I don't know. Did I tell you that?
Mm-hmm.
Probably fart.
Okay.
No.
No, I was like, I read that these things flip over really easily.
Oh, I wanted to flip it over. The first thing I wanted to do was get in the rickshaw and flip it over to see like the point of no return, like to know that that's the point. Like, yep, once you turn this hard, you're going over. You know, if you're going 10 miles an hour and you turn this hard, you're going over, just to understand how it flips. I should probably get a helmet. I need a beer.
What are you looking forward to most?
Meeting the locals and like meeting the Indian, is that what you call them? Meeting the Indians. I think so, because like when they first came here to America, they thought that they had landed in like India, so they called them like Indians. So like when we think Indians, we think like Native Americans, but I think the real name is it's off topic. Yeah, just meeting the Indian culture and their food. I'm actually really excited to drive a rickshaw. I mean, like, that's another part of it. It's like a scooter that I've never rode before.
With how much you are into cars and scooters.
Yeah, yeah, and see the motors, I think they're all two strokes if I remember correctly, which is probably why they break down so much. They're just extremely unreliable. I don't know much about them, but that. And then looking forward to, for whatever reason, I really look forward to just like stopping at the end of a long day and being exhausted and just like laughing about where I am in the world right now. Like, I really look forward to that part. Just like, dude, we're in the middle of fucking India. Who knows where we are? Or we're gonna be tomorrow. Like, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Like, being in the moment there.
What are you most worried about?
I'm most worried about, for sure, Delhi Belly. Like, I know that's coming.
Your girlfriend going crazy in America?
Yeah, I am worried about not being able to keep up with important people in my life that are curious about the trip. You know, the time difference is 12 hours to where I live, and just being on the run, being on the go, and actually keeping up with my girlfriend. And I think about that. I haven't told her, and so she's making a really weird face.
You better keep up with me.
Yeah, like, I have to keep up. I'm just worried about that.
We call the American Embassy.
Yeah, and that's another part is, you know, the law. Like, I tend to just like do whatever I want, and things are crazy there. So I don't think like a lot of what I do, like driving wise and being wild, is going to be as big. But I mean, I never know what I'm getting myself into, or like I don't think things through. Like, the day I heard in Singapore, like, it's illegal to walk around in your house naked. Like, I would do that. Like, I'm worried I'm going to do something crazy that's like against, you know, Hinduism, or I think that's what they are, just against them. And I would never even think about that being something I can't do. Yeah.
What do you predict will happen on this run?
What do I predict will happen? I haven't thought of that at all. I mean, predict will happen. I would like to say that I have good hope that our rickshaw won't break down very much. Really good hope.
I mean, other than the rickshaw, though, like specifically, what do you think will happen on this run?
The biggest thing, and I'm kind of scared of this, and I love you, but I'm really scared that it's gonna make me like see the world in a different way, more different than I already see it. Like, I already don't fully agree with like how America is like the typical American life. Like, I don't already agree with it, and I am nervous that just like this trip is gonna make me think that even more, which will make it harder to come home. And like, I mean, I'm coming home, but like harder to fit back in with the world that I live in.